Have you ever left a normal interaction and felt off for hours? Someone's tone was different. They didn't reply the way you expected. They looked at you a certain way. And your brain goes, did I do something? Are they mad? Do they secretly not like me? Most people hear advice like, stop caring what people think. But that's not the goal. You don't want to become numb. You don't want to become cold. You want to stay sensitive without being pushed around by every suggestion that things aren't perfect. And the truth is, taking things personally isn't a personality trait. It's usually a handful of mental reflexes your brain runs automatically. Once you can name them, you can stop the spiral in real time, without shutting your heart down. Let's map them out. When people say, don't take it personally, it often feels impossible. It can sound like they're telling you to stop being human, because of course it feels personal. I know all this because I used to be this person, until I learned the truth that allowed me to keep my sensitivity and work with my body instead of against it. We're wired to read faces, tone, social cues, because belonging used to mean survival. So your brain scans for danger, rejection, embarrassment, exclusion, loss of respect. That scan isn't weakness, it's a nervous system doing its job. The issue isn't that you notice things, the issue is what your mind does next. It turns cues into stories, and stories into identity. So here's what we're doing in today's video. We keep your sensitivity and remove the habits that turn every moment into a verdict on your worth. Here's a truth that will help everything else land. Your mind will personalize by default, unless you pause long enough to choose a different interpretation. That pause isn't denial, it's discernment. Let's step through the 5 habits that's worth replacing, starting with the one that spins people up the fastest. Habit number 1, mind reading. You know that moment when your phone lights up and the reply is just, okay, 2 letters, 1 period, and suddenly your brain turns into a courtroom. Not, they're busy, not, they're dry over text. Your mind goes straight to, they're annoyed. I did something. That's mind reading. It's not intuition. It's your nervous system trying to reduce uncertainty, because uncertainty feels unsafe. So your brain picks a meaning, fast, and treats it like truth. Then you act like it's true. You get careful. You get apologetic. You send an extra message to fix the vibe. And sometimes that nervous energy does change the vibe, which makes you feel even more convinced you were right. So here's the new move. Don't argue with the thought, delay the verdict. Say to yourself, I don't know that yet. That sentence doesn't make you passive. It makes you accurate, because you're not denying your perception. You're refusing to treat one clue like a full story. Habit number 2, personalization. This one's quieter, but it's heavier. Someone is stressed, short with you, distracted, and your brain goes, what did I do? Not, maybe they had a rough morning. Not, maybe they're under pressure. Your mind makes you the explanation. That's personalization. It's the reflex of someone who learned early. If someone is off, it might be my fault, so fix it. And the cost is brutal, because now you're carrying emotional weight that isn't yours. You become responsible for everyone's weather. So your replacement line is simple. This may not be about me. Then you do something calm people do naturally. You zoom out. Were they like this with everyone? Did something happen before you arrived? Are they under pressure? This isn't you becoming cold. This is you refusing to volunteer as the reason for someone else's mood. Habit number 3, approval checking. This is where people get trapped for years. You walk into a room and your nervous system starts scanning. Are they warm? Did they smile? Did they respond fast enough? Did that joke land? And your self-worth rises and falls like it's attached to their facial expression. If they're warm, you relax. If they're neutral, you feel wrong. That's approval checking. It turns other people's reactions into a scoreboard, and it makes you emotionally dependent, because now your peace requires constant reassurance. Here's the adjustment. Stop treating neutrality like rejection. Say, I don't need their reaction to be okay. Then do the adult move. Evaluate reality, not vibes. Is the idea good? Did you speak clearly? Was the message respectful? Because calm confidence is not, everyone likes me. Calm confidence is, I can stand by myself, even if the room doesn't clap. Habit number 4, catastrophizing. This is when one moment becomes your whole identity in 30 seconds. They didn't greet me becomes they're upset becomes. This relationship is over becomes. I'm always unwanted. That's catastrophizing. It's your brain sprinting to the worst case scenario because it thinks it's protecting you. If we predict the pain early, it'll hurt less. But it doesn't hurt less. It just makes you live inside emergencies that aren't real. Then you start doing emergency behaviors. Over-texting, over-explaining, over-apologizing. Trying to fix a fire you imagined. So here's your anchor phrase. One moment isn't the whole story. Then you do the slow, mature thing. Give it time. Watch for patterns. Stay in reality. Because a calm life is built by people who can hold discomfort without turning it into a catastrophe. Habit number 5, identity fusion. This is the deepest one, and it's why don't take it personally feels impossible. Because you're not just reacting to the moment. You're reacting to what it means about you. It's not, that interaction felt off. It becomes, I'm the kind of person people don't like. I always mess things up. I'm not respected. That's identity fusion. You merge a moment with your worth. And once your identity is on the line, everything becomes high stakes. Every interaction becomes a test. And high stakes people-pleasing is how you lose yourself. So the replacement line is, this is feedback, not a definition. Then ask the only questions that matter. Is this person credible? Is this useful? Is this a pattern or a one-off? Because when you separate self-worth from social outcomes, something powerful happens. You can adjust without collapsing. You can learn without self-abandoning. What ties all 5 habits together? If you want the real root of taking things personally, it's usually this. Your nervous system learned that other people's reactions determine your safety. So your brain scans constantly, not because you're weak, but because you were trained. And the way out isn't numbing out. It's retraining your system to tolerate uncertainty and disapproval without panic. Which brings us to the practical part. What you do when the spiral starts. The 10-second spiral, interrupt. Next time you feel that wave, I did something wrong. Try doing this. Pause, exhale slowly once, then ask, which habit is this? Mind reading, personalization, approval checking, catastrophizing, identity fusion, then tell yourself one line. I don't know that yet. This may not be about me. I don't need their reaction to be okay. One moment isn't the whole story. This is feedback, not a definition. That's it. You're not forcing numbness. You're choosing reality over story. Here's a practice for the next 7 days so that you can immediately implement what you learned today. Identify the habit you do most. Most people start with mind reading or catastrophizing. Your goal isn't to stop feelings. Your goal is to stop feeding the story. Every time the spiral starts, use the matching one-liner. By the end of the week, you'll notice something quietly powerful. You still care. You're still human. But you're harder to shake. Not taking things personally doesn't mean nothing affects you. It means you stop letting every moment rewrite your identity. You can stay soft and still be solid. If this helped you, a free and simple way you can support the channel is to hit subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. And remember, calm is a strategy, not a personality. You've got this.